Good morning. In today's video series, we are going to create a simple shop for our game. So let's get started. First, let's create new panel. It will be panel for our shop. So let's rename it to shop. And let's go to scene view. Press F on shop to zoom. And let's change the size. First, let's press Shift Alt and let's anchor it to the middle. And let's change the size of our shop. Let's make it like 400 on 600 maybe. Yeah, it will be okay. Let's go to check for graphic for our background. So let's go to top-down shooter graphic, go to PNG, maybe not. Sorry, not to top-down shooter, but UI pack to PNG. And let's take maybe some gray panel from here. Yeah, this will be nice. So to change the graphic, just press on our shop and move our source image here, the gray panel. One thing, we need to edit our sprite because these edges will be extended. So to keep them look nice, we just need to move our borders here. And now let's move it again to our panel, to shop. Now it looks correctly, and go to the graphic and change alpha to 0. Okay. Let's change the color maybe to some gray color. Yeah, something like that. Then let's create 3 UI panels. Let's rename it to top, middle, and bottom. That will let us to divide our panel in 3 parts. So first, let's anchor everything to the middle. And then let's start from the top panel. Let's make it like height. Let's make 100 height. On the bottom panel, let's make it also 100 height. Oh, sorry, there. Once again, let's press Ctrl Z. The top looks okay, and it's anchored to the top, to the middle. Let's anchor it to the top, that will be better. And let's make height 100. Maybe not, maybe it's too much. Let's make it 80. Yeah, it looks better. Same thing for the bottom panel. So let's anchor it, Shift Alt to the bottom part. Let's make it height 80. And the middle panel, let's anchor it to the middle. And let's change the height to, and what's left, to 340. 440. No. Sorry, 240. Let's make it to be clumped here and here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so for these 3 panels, let's change alpha to 0. And this one, let's keep this one gray. Why this is overlapping? No, it shouldn't be overlapping. No, it's not overlapping. Okay, perfect. No, sorry, let's make middle panel alpha 0. That will be better. And bottom panel, let's also make alpha to 0, because they will be only our containers. We have already background. And on the top panel, let's go for yellow. panel here, and let's make this one yellow. Again, we'll need to edit graphic sprite edit to remove that strange extension on the edges. Now let's close, press apply, let's move it again to our top panel graphic, and let's add UI Text Mesh Pro. Let's call it shop. Put it here in the middle, add it anchor it to the middle of the panel. Okay, we can change the thickness. Okay, I think it will be okay. For now, on the middle, let's add for now one button. UI button. Let's remove text for now, and let's create button. The width it can be 180, but let's make it like 200. Yeah, it will be looking nice. The height 200 and width 160. Later on we'll duplicate this button to 3 more buttons, but for now let's add UI image to our button, and let's position this image from the top. Let's make it like 20 pixels below the top, and let's change that graphic for our pistol graphic. So let's go from the it's here, the pistol graphic. Okay, let's use preserve aspect. Okay, this graphic is a low res, unfortunately, but it will work like that. Let's make it 80 on 80, and let's lower it like 40 pixels. Okay. The panel button, let's change graphic to the yellow, to the green panel maybe. And again, oh, this one looks okay, so we can keep this one. And let's add some text. UI Text Mesh Pro. Sorry, not the button, but UI Text Mesh Pro. Let's anchor it to the bottom. Let's do it that way. Let's change the size to like 16. Now it's too small, 20 pixels. Let's make it in the middle again, and let's make it fat and right by. Maybe let's change color to blue. It will be looking more nice. As you can see, both of them are changing, but we can leave it for that like now. And let's maybe make some delayed. I don't know how to read this. Let's work a little bit on that one, and on the outline and thickness, let's make some nice looking thickness. Okay, so now let's add one more button on the bottom panel. Let's add again button. Let's call it resume. So let's remove this text, and let's add UI Text Mesh Pro text. Okay, let's do it like that. Size is too big, let's make it 18. The middle text button, it's too big for me for now, so let's make it white 80. And let's change the text to resume. Right, let's write text or resume. Resume will be okay. The button, let's make it maybe a little bit bigger. 100 to 50. 50. Let's change background of this button. Maybe to this one. Or to the yellow again. Okay, yellow panel. And okay. Okay, for now, let's keep it like that. Maybe this text we can make bigger, like 30. And maybe we can move it a little big. Closer to the top. No, pause. 50, pause, like 30. Okay, nice. This looks much better. Okay, so now let's go to the script. First, what we want to do is to create our game controller. Script for a game controller where we'll hold our money value, and we'll use that money to buy ammunition. So let's create C# script. Let's name it to the game controller, and let's start from changing it to be our forget the name. This is the pattern. Let's use singleton pattern. Yeah, let's make it to be a singleton. So to do that, let's write public static game controller instance equal to null. And now on awake, we want to create. We want to check if we already have or if we don't have our instance of our game controller created. But if instance is null, just make our instance this. This means this is our current game controller we are using, or if it was already used. Let's destroy the game object. We need to do that to not override existing instance of game controller. This is singleton pattern, so my advice is to read a little bit about that. But why we are doing this one is just we will need this instance. We can call this instance from any script in the game, and this will not be destroyed between scenes. Okay. So first, what we want to do is to create two functions. First is public void shop. And when we will instantiate our shop, we want to pause the game. So timescale is equal to 0. That way our game will be paused. Then our shop menu, which we need to create a reference for our shop menu and for our aim cursor first, but public game object shop menu, and also let's make reference for our game object aim cursor. Okay, so what we want to do here is to activate our shop menu. Let's set active true. And then what we want to do more is to make our cursor visible. And we want to turn off our aim cursor. Okay. And to create and why we are making our aim cursor false, because during the gameplay we have our aim cursor here, and we want to use the one looking like arrow for our shop. So this way we turn off our aim cursor on our shop menu, and we turn on our cursor, default cursor from Unity. Okay, so let's then after we buy, we want to we want also to be able to get back to our game, so we need to write function for resume. So let's write time scale equal to 1. That way our game will not be paused anymore. Right, shop menu, set active false, false, and then let's turn on our aim cursor. So actually we can copy this one, and this one will be false, and this one will be true. Okay, so one more thing we just forget. We want to reference the money text, which we didn't add yet, but we'll do it in a moment. So let's write using TM Pro. That way we'll be able to reference TextMesh Pro text we just added, but I want to reference the text for the money we currently have. So we'll write it in a second. Oh yeah, and we need to create value for our money. So let's write public int money. Okay, so let's write now reference to our money text. So it will be money text. Let's write function. Let's write function to update text public void money text. And now our function will be money text. We didn't create any value for the money text, so let's create reference value public text mesh pro UI money text. So money text that text will be equal to money that toString, because we can't put integer as text, so we need to use that function to change integer to text. And let's add $sign to our text. I'm sorry, without that one. Okay, nice. So let's get back to our shop, and here let's copy this text for the ammo. Let's move it a little bit to the bottom, so let's move it here. Let's put $sign this one, $, and maybe let's make it a little bit wider for 250. Yeah, and let's make bigger text 20. Okay, so this will be our money text. So let's create here empty object game controller, and let's make let's reset this one, and let's make references in our game controller. So let's add the script from our game controller, and now we want our starting money to be 1000. Money text is this one, so we need to reference this one in our game controller. Shop menu, where we've placed our shop, it's here, so let's move it here. And aim cursor is the one we created before. Okay, so now it should work, but I want to add one more function, because we want to be able to call our shop menu during the game. So we press a button like B, or yeah, but B like to buy. So let's write if input dot get key down and key code will be B. Then let's open our shop. Okay, let's press Ctrl S. Let's turn off our shop, and let's check if it's working. One more thing, on the start here, on the start of our game, we want to update our text for the money. So now we can start, and you can see money updated to 1000 here. And if I press B, the game is paused and the cursor has changed, and if I press resume, it doesn't work. It's because we didn't add function on our resume button. So let's go to our resume. This is our resume button. Let's add on click function here. Let's move our game controller here, and let's go to our resume. Okay. One more thing, if we are working on our menu, on the middle, let's add horizontal layout group, and let's duplicate our buttons on our horizontal layout group on our middle panel. Let's change to the middle center, and let's change those graphics. So top-down shooter, PNG. Let's make this one. Let's pretend this one to be our shotgun. No, let's pretend this one to be our machine gun, and this one, let's pretend it to be our shotgun. Okay. So yeah, let's test if our resume is working. Sorry. Let's turn off our shop first. Press play. So our text is updating. Press B. Yeah, the cursor of the mouse has changed. If you want different, let's press resume to test. Yeah, it works. If you want different mouse cursor for your shop, just go to the project settings, and it was on the player settings. Yeah, here, default cursor. So we can change it to none. Okay, great. So now we need to make a script for our buttons. So to do that, let's go just to our scripts. Let's create new, create C# script, and let's write shop button. The shop button, we want to be able to access weapon and add the money, add the ammo to weapon, and to lower the value of money we currently have, because if we're buying something we need to pay for this, so our money will drop down. So where is my buy button script? Shop button, okay. Shop button script. So let's get started. First, what we want is the reference for our weapon system, because we need to add a mod weapon. So let's write weapon system, and then let's write just script for buy button. So if we buy, so let's write public void buy, and if we have more money than our ammo costs, so let's write game controller that instance that money is more than cost. Okay, maybe let's define first values. So what we need, as we just said, we need public int cost of ammo to add. This ammo will add to our weapon, and public this will be weapon pos in weapon system, because we'll reference weapons on the position. As you remember, we've created weapons here on our weapon system, and every weapon has its own position, so we'll need to reference weapon by that number. So game controller, if we have more money than our ammo cost, then we just need to add money amount. So let's write weapon. Okay, or maybe let's first pay for the money. So game controller that instance that money minus equal cost ammo. That way our money will be lowered by the cost of our ammo. And let's write weapon system that weapons from weapons on position, so it's was in weapon system dot ammo equal ammo amount to that. Okay, and that's all. Oh no, sorry, we want to also update our text for our money to see that the money is lowered. Okay, so let's write game controller that instance that update money text. Okay, now if we just add our script to our bullets, so let's add shop button to every sorry, not to bullet, but shop button. Let's add the script to our shop buttons. Okay, here, and the third one be that one. Okay, so first let's write, this will be the pistol ammo. Okay, we need to reference a weapon system for every of our buttons, so let's do it maybe that way. Okay, and let's go to our first button. So cost of ammo, let's make it 50, ammo to hot 100, and weapon is on the position 0 on weapon system, so the pistol. For the machine gun, let's make cost of ammo 100, ammo to hot, let's make it 20, and weapon is on position 1. And for the shotgun, let's make cost of ammo like 150, ammo amount to that, let's make it 10, and its position is position 2 on our weapon system. So let's press Ctrl S. And one more thing, we need when we buy, we need actually to buy, sorry, I need to check the buy function. Yes, it's on the button, so let's move our button here, function button, and sorry, not the button, shop button, and the buy. Same here, that action. So make it for all 3 buttons. And the third one, this is the button for the shotgun. Ship button buy. Okay. So let's now deactivate our shop and let's test if everything is working. Let's press play. Let's go to shop, press B, and now we can buy ammo. So you can see that the value of the money raised, of the ammo raised, and the volume of the money dropped down. Maybe it's not visible correctly because the panel. Let's make the panel maybe alpha, and let's make alpha panel white. Okay, so maybe it will be visible better for now, just for our test purposes. So as you can see here, if I press B, you can see here those value rises. Now if I will go resume, switch weapon, I press B, yeah, so it raised. Okay, so it works. So that's all for this tutorial and for this video series. So I want to finish tutorial on that part. If you would like to have something more covered on this tutorial series, just let me know in the comments, so I will add next episodes covering the topics you raised. And if you think it's enough for this tutorial, I want to finish on that. So if you like this part, press like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.